welcome from the Industry of Things World 2017 here in Berlin. I'm here with Nigel Upton from HPE, one of our event lead partners across the Industry of Things World Global Event Series. Hi Nigel, and welcome to the conference.
Thank you, it's a pleasure to be here.
First of all, I would like to ask you to briefly introduce yourself.
Nigel Upton, I'm the General Manager of our IoT platform and our global connectivity platform, and I work for Hewlett-Packard Enterprise. So
this morning you held a keynote and you discussed the topic of who will actually monetize the value of IoT generated data, right?
That's right.
What was the main topic and the main takeaways that you have from this keynote?
The first main message was that everything is going to be digitized, from how we produce films and do interviews through to how manufacturing and the industrial IoT is being digitized, through to how it affects consumers and how it affects non-manufacturing general enterprise jobs. And the keynote concentrated on the experience that Hewlett-Packard Enterprise had in 7 or 8 different industries, talking about the data that you're extracting and how you can make money out of that data, how you can monetize the data.
How do you at HPE help clients overcome the challenges that are associated with the IoT and the new solutions that are emerging right now?
It all depends on the challenge. So the first thing we do is have a conversation with the customer. Different customers are at different stages of their journey. You often find that some companies have started and they are semi-mature and they are looking at ways to make things more efficient and optimize. Whereas other companies might just be getting started and they're saying, okay, we need an IoT strategy. So we help companies either design their strategy from the start, optimize what they're doing in IoT, or take that data and help them learn how to make money out of it.
What do you see as the main challenges in terms of IoT adoption, industrial IoT adoption?
The main challenge we see is 2 things. One is industrial IoT has concentrated on cost reduction, on efficiencies, and they haven't looked enough at how to build new business models and do things. So they stand the risk of being disrupted, and they need to do that themselves. So they need to switch from optimization to new business models, better relationships with their customers. The help that we give them is really about how we help them move from that optimization route onto how they become the disruptors in their business and how they continually have to innovate. Innovation is hard. It's really hard to do, particularly in an established industrial company, because they have all of their existing revenue coming from their products. And for them to innovate is very, very difficult because of the structure of the organization, the way people are valued. And it's easy to say we incubate and we innovate and we fail fast and we learn. But having worked in companies like that, I can tell you that if you fail, it is still regarded as a black mark against you. And that for that reason, many of these companies are reluctant to take risk because their culture doesn't encourage or reward that type of behavior.
If we have a look at the future, let's say within the coming 2 to 3 years, how do you see the IoT space evolving, and which industry will be affected the most?
All the industries will be affected the most. Every single industry will be affected. So the evolution, if you look at the components of IoT, the sensors, they are becoming better and cheaper. So in areas like smart cities, you now have super sensors that will sit on a lamppost, a light pole, and they will do multiple functions. That price point will come down and will continue to get smaller and smaller. As the price gets smaller, the adoption rate goes up. So you'll see an acceleration of adoption because the price points are getting more and more aggressive. You'll also see consolidation dealing with data because it's complicated. As you need artificial intelligence and as you need machine learning, these things are hard to do, they're complicated, and you'll see fewer and fewer vendors left being able to do that. So, huge innovation on the device side, on the sensor side, a rapid decrease in cost on those sensors and on the communication side, and a consolidation on the platform and on the artificial intelligence and deep learning.
Well, thank you very much for your insights. I have one more question for you, which would
Sure.
be, what are your first impressions of the conference and the event formats here?
The conference is excellent. I saw over 1,000 people are here with nearly 100 speakers. The topics are excellent. They're being covered by companies that have deep expertise, and so the learnings are significant for all of the audiences. It's very, very powerful when you can hear directly from companies ranging from Volkswagen to Philips to there's so many companies here. Tremendous information is being presented, and that's why Hewlett-Packard Enterprise continues to sponsor these sort of events. It's incredibly valuable.
Well, thank you very much for your time for the interview, and have a great rest of the day here.
Thank you very much, sir.